Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to look at a book on zen.tangle. It's called Beauty of Zen.tangle, Inspirational Examples from 137 Tangle Artists Worldwide. And this is not a sponsored video. I don't have any sponsored videos. I don't think anywhere near enough subscribers to even be offered to do a sponsored video. So the question came up about ads and things in my videos. I don't have, my channel's not monetized. Any ads that come up are just from YouTube. And anyway, so I just wanted to mention that because someone did ask about the ads. So if you don't know what this is, it is actually a copyrighted term. So I have to be careful about using the term. But it's basically organized doodling. I like to call it organized doodling or structured doodling. Just get some ideas from some of the kinds of things you can do. You can use black and white or color. But the very basics of it is taking the smallest little doodles and putting them together in a way that's artistically appealing. This will give you a little bit of the background. A tangle is called, a tangle is a repetitious pattern that is used to fill a space in a piece of zen.tangle art. Tangles can be simple two-step constructions or more complicated designs with several steps. Some tangles have little tricks to their construction. At first glance, the designs look complicated, but when you follow the steps, creating them is actually very simple. This is an example. Here's another example. It's a little more free form. This one's very free form. But you can see the basic idea is taking one kind of doodle and then just repeating it in a section. And the way that they developed it originally, the artists that developed it, are using these artist style sets, and I actually bought some. Well, actually, my husband bought some a while back. They're really nice, acid-free papers, really more like a cardstock. This is about, I don't know, 3 inches, 3 by 3. Let's say. And the pen they most recommend is this Micron archival ink pen. And I've got one of these. It's a fine point. And I'll just go over a little bit of what I remember. You make 4 dots in the corners to start with. And then connect them. I think this pen is running a little bit low on ink. And then you divide let's see. I think you divide that area into sections. Simple ritual is part of every classic piece. Begin by making a dot in each corner. Connect the dots to form a border. I did that. Draw guideline strings with a pencil to divide the area into sections. So I have a pencil here, and this is when your sections can be any way you want them. I will do a 4x4 check pattern. So I made a little check pattern like that, and then you start filling these with one of the. So that just gives you an idea of how to get started. You can do very simple, like make little squiggly lines or checks, or get more complicated. And they also recommended buying these. Have these little smudgers, but I've never really used them. These are little smudge sticks. So if you want to have a area that's more gray, I suppose, or if you're working with color, it's good for smudging your like pastels or colored pencils or something like that. So that is the acid-free tiles. So I thought it would be fun just to look. This is not so much an instruction book as a kind of an inspiration book. Shows what different people do. Inspiring zen.tangle artwork. This collection was created by Tangle artists from around the world. Many of the pieces were drawn by individuals who thought they could not draw and are learning to enjoy the value and beauty of the zen.tangle method. So that's another, besides being like organized doodling, it's a way, if you don't feel like you're particularly artistic, or it's like anybody can do it, because you don't have to have a particular artistic skill or anything like that. Like everyone can, you can make little curlicues, or these are just lines, curved diamond patterns. But then when you repeat them, you get really cool. Now some people are obviously artists to come up with things like that. So this is a mix. Some of them, like anybody could create. It's just it's like building little bits at a time, building until you get one beautiful thing. A lot of people adding color. That's really cute. The color ones are more striking, that's for sure. So you can see now the zen.tangle part is not like creating the outline and stuff that you just have to do, but you can see in her skirt it's created by other repetitious patterns. That's pretty. A bird with a blue background. Once again, the outline shape you would have to create on your own, or copy, from a template, something like that. But the leaves, you can see they're all just filled in with these zen.tangle patterns, building up a series of small shapes to create a really fantastic whole. More flowers, those are pretty cool. That tulips. Oh, this is a 3D done on a gourd, apparently. Piggy bank. There's a work all in purples and lavenders. That's pretty cool. So like you might take a look at that and think, oh gosh, I could never come up with that. But when you look at the construction, it's just checks, lines, dots, some wavy lines. That's what's so cool about it, but you can come up with something so cool. These are like those Russian dolls. There's a kitty cat. Here's some more 3D objects, little birdhouses. Just been decorated with little heart shapes with the tangles inside. Just the use of a photograph. This is nice. They use rubber stamps. You can combine it with rubber stamps to get the shapes if you want, and then do the filling in with your bone pen. That's a pretty fancy card. Oh, there's like a little birthday, happy birthday card. Tangle lady. There's another little birdhouse. It's cute. Now this is done on fabric. So is this hand quilting? I'm not even sure. But they're calling it tangles. I don't know. Looks like a standard quilting type pattern, but anyway, there's some overlap, I guess. So here you can see the squares that I showed you. Like this, so you can start with these squares, dividing into fourths, 3 lines, and then like this is like little cone shapes. Circles with squiggly lines in between, little dotted heart shapes. And so you fill each one differently, or you can repeat some. And it's just kind of fun. It's very relaxing and de-stressing. It's small, you know, you could have some cards with you in your pocket or your purse or whatever, and a couple of pens and pencil. You could work on them anywhere. It's great. It causes you to focus on something. So if you have like anxiety or under a lot of stress, it helps get you out of that cycle sometimes. And you don't have to buy the fancy squares of cardstock. You could just use paper and draw the grids yourself. You could use like 3x5 index cards if you had some of those around. Use the back. Let's be creative. Wow, that's really pretty. Under the Sea. Kate LaMontagne from Massachusetts. It's like Under the Sea. It's gorgeous. So she did it originally with ink, and then she used markers for the color. There's an elephant. There's more greens and blues. It's really pretty. These are nice. You can also buy the cards in rounds if you prefer the round shape. And this is really nice. Micron pens, watercolor pens, jelly roll, stardust, pens and pencils, jelly roll, stardust. I wonder what that is. Hairstyle. These are snail shell shapes. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's very definitely an artist did that. Beautiful sunflower. Oh, look at that jewelry. It's a pendant, earrings, and there's another square pendant, round pendant, and then some earrings. There's done on a coffee mug. Okay. That's pretty. I love those flowers. Cherry blossoms. This was done on a coffee filter, so you can be creative. What kind of paper? Oh, look. Origami cranes. So you draw it on the paper first, and then you fold it into the cranes. Wow, that is cool. And piano. They did the entire piano. Oh my goodness. Oil-based paint pen, acrylic house paint, and polyacrylic sealer. Pretty snazzy. Here's some mandala shapes. This looks like another artist to me. Norway. There's a rhinoceros. She's from South Africa. Here's a three-dimensional dog. Looks like maybe paper mache. I'm not quite sure. Wow, that's pretty. It's almost like you're creating a quilt because you do each individual one. You just start with the little pieces and then you color them. You could use colored pencils. These are with watercolors. But then when you put them together, it's like you're making a beautiful quilt. And you know, you could hang them on, frame them, make a bunch of them and frame them. It's really quite stunning. That was stunning too. Definitely the ones with color catch your eye a lot more. There's another piano. Animals. Oh, look, they did lampshades. That's kind of a cool idea. Wow, that's gorgeous. They left the background black and white and then just colored in this beautiful cabbage rose. And then in the back it says, learn to draw these 37 new tangles. So people actually create, now you can just make up your own sort of doodles, but people create them and share them. That's part of the fun in the community of people. So it has the name, what they called it, like all strokes, angelfish, blocks, buku squares, drip drop, dogwood, cosmic flower, cone floor, circlets, bumpity bump, brabs, flint. These are made up words. Flinch, get in line, goodness, hearts, ista, keens, kinnet, sister, sharky, Sanibel, rosettes, peacock, molecule, curtains, wraith, steampunk hinge, sunseed, up and down, Y flip, zen explosion falls, and zoid. So you could and it gives you a page number so you can see where this was used in one of the pieces, which is kind of cool. I like this dogwood's kind of cool. There's another one I liked. And you can't always tell just from seeing a small section, because that's part of the charm, is like you take a little bit, but what does it look like when you expand it? And here's some how to draw certain particular ones. Or maybe they're all here. Oh, they're all here. So you get step-by-step instructions. And like if you're not even sure about drawing basics, you could do something like this. Is all straight lines. Just start with straight lines. You could even use a ruler if you felt like you wanted to. But you can come up with a really cool grid design. So this is all the This one's really cool, these folds. That looks hard, but you just have to follow. If you follow it, it's probably not that hard. And you can use your smudgers to get the shaded effect. There's an index and about the artists. Here's, oh my goodness, there's tons of books. This is just from this publisher. These are all on zen.tangle books, believe it or not. And these are the two authors. So that is that. And I also wanted to show you what you can use. You could use the pens that they suggested. We also have this is just a standard big pencil lead. So you can use that. I'm just filling in one of these with circles, really. These pencils are much nicer, these mechanical pencils, because you don't have to sharpen them. You just push out the lead, and they just have a nice smooth. So I did my first section of little circles, and I just got out a bunch of pens that I have just to kind of play around with them. This is a Uniball Vision micro pen, and as I recall, there's a very fine, smooth. Let's try doing some straight. Oh, looks like this one's dried out. Alright, this one's dried out. Forget that. Sharpie ultra fine point. You probably use regular Sharpies a lot, but sometimes it's nice to have one of these ultra fine points around because it's really great for like addressing a package or something like that when you want fine point, really sharp but permanent ink. I generally wouldn't use this probably in one of these, but I just wanted to try it just for fun. So this one I'm making just a little simple crosshatch pattern. It's funny how if you don't try too hard, sometimes you can make really straight lines, and once you start trying too hard, then they go off kilter. So that is my little crosshatch. Then I have another mechanical pencil. This is a Pilot G-Tech C4 2.64. I think that's the lead size. I wrote it down. So let's see. Now I will do some squiggly lines. I can't quite draw where you can see, or at least not very easily. Let's see. This one doesn't seem to be. Oh wait, this is a pen. I'm sorry, I thought this was a pencil. It looked like a mechanical pencil. It's a very fine point pen, but the ink appears to be all dry. Okay, it's a good way to go through my pens. This is a gold metallic pen, and it's not super fine point, and I think this is more for if you want to just color things in, because because it makes pretty thick lines, I will do a little squiggly, just so you can see as a demonstration. Do a little squiggly with the gold. And this, pretty sure this was a gift from Scottish Blueberry ASMR a long time ago. This is a pencil or a pen, I can't even tell. Let's see what happens. I'll make little, oh, this is a mechanical pencil. Okay, so I'm going to make little check marks just for something different. Kind of doing a little bit of overlapping. Now, when you make up your own designs like this, they're not going to probably come out quite as nice as if you choose some of the designs that people have developed, because they've developed them because they look especially nice. That's just a little check marks, nothing special. And then this, I used to really love these pens. Ceramic, fine pen, it's a gel pen from Japan. This one is blue. I think I have them in black too. The name is worn off, so I can't tell what the name is anymore. I can't remember. Oh, it ends in O-Y-A. So I will do little squares on this one. So I've got some blue, I've got some gold. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge. Just as a little demonstration, just for fun. Okay. So I just did some little squares out of the blue. And this is, what is this? Sanford Uniball Fine. These are nice pens too, Uniball. Fine point, nice solid black ink. Let's see how it works on here. I will do a little curlicues, I guess I would call it. Kind of like the number 6 with the extra little curlicue. I just heard a siren go by. I hope that wasn't too loud. I kind of tuned it out. So here is my little curlicues right there. And then this is inexpensive pen, but you probably had these when you were kids. I had one with like, I don't know, 10 colors on it or something. And you can have, this one has red ink, black ink, green, and blue. I can't remember how you get one back that you're using. Oh, I got it on the blue, but I don't remember what you have to do to get the blue back out. Oh well, but you get the idea. If I can figure it out, I think you pushed it or something. Maybe it's broken. Can't remember. If you remember how to work these, tell me. So it's blue, so I will, let's see, I think I want something else kind of curly or wavy. Oh, this one's out of ink. All right, so much for that one. I'll go back to the micron and do a little kind of a, I don't know what you call it, like that Christmas candy, the ribbon, that ribbon hard Christmas candy. It's kind of like that. And I'm kind of overlapping them a little bit. So I did the little ribbons. So anyway, you get the idea. So if you wanted to try it just for fun, you really don't need like buy any fancy equipment. Use some, like as I said, index cards if you have them, or just you could cut up regular paper, or if you have any heavier cardstock, you can cut up, you know, or you could just use a larger paper and mark off grids or whatever you wanted to do it. So you can see just from the beginning, you start to get a little design going, and you can use different colors. Look through the books or online. There's lots of online information if you want inspiration for like things to draw, because when I do it, I tend to just do the same things over and over. Like, oh, just a squiggly line and a check and circles. But there's so many more things that give you, just kind of broaden your base of inspirations, things you can try. So there's a really cool, I've only used a few of them. I haven't done very much, but I like these. I like little things like that. I'm not sure how much these are. What does it say? Oh, suggested retail